The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day, we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is January 8th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from CNBC.com. U.S. Treasury yields slip as investors gear up for Fed speeches. U.S. government debt yields fell Monday as investors turn their attention to the U.S. central bank space, where 3 officials are set to speak. The yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note was lower at around 2.46% at 9:34 a.m. Eastern Time, while the yield on the 30-year Treasury bond was down 2.793%. Bond yields move inversely to prices, of course. The state of the U.S. economy will be front and center Monday as leading members of the Federal Reserve speak at separate events. In Georgia, Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic is set to deliver remarks on the economic outlook and monetary policy when speaking at the Rotary Club of Atlanta. Both San Francisco President John Williams and Boston Fed President Eric Rosengren will be delivering separate remarks at Brookings Institution in Washington. Our second story today is from ETFDailyNews.com. Big money is betting on a Bitcoin price collapse. While it helps send the price of Bitcoin soaring as traders braced for the institutionalization of Bitcoin, the world's most popular cryptocurrency has stagnated since the beginning of December, when first the CBOE, then CME started trading Bitcoin futures, trading in a range between $12,000 and $17,000. And while Bitcoin futures markets volumes have been lower than most expected, the past 4 weeks have provided enough data to observe how volumes and open interest have evolved. Bitcoin futures were off to a slow start the first week of trading, with volumes of CBOE Bitcoin futures averaging just $40 million per day. It's arguable whether that's a slow start, despite the intense media hype helping fuel heavy trading when both contracts launched, at least in the first hours of trading. Since then, volumes spiked briefly in the following week, coinciding with the launch of the CME futures, with volumes on both exchanges at relatively similar levels. 1 month after the launch, futures trading volumes remain very modest compared with average Bitcoin trading volumes of around $15 billion a day since the futures contracts were launched according to CoinMarketCap.com data. While open interest in both CBOE and CME contracts has risen steadily, it too remains rather modest at around $60 million and $70 million respectively. Our third story today is from Investing.com. On the opening bell, oil struggles, Bitcoin tumbles, and global stocks soar. The first trading week of the new year, once widely viewed as the finish line for 2017's robust equity growth, ushered in 4 days of exceptional gains. All 4 major U.S. indices, including the Dow and NASDAQ and S&P 500, broke records with the exception of the Russell 2000. All did so with rising gaps, signaling strong investor avidity. Fancy word. The S&P 500 jumped 2.6% last week. That bested its fully bested. That bested. I'm just reading. That bested its full year 2017 performance for the same metric. Out of 4 trading days, the benchmark index posted 4 records, each with a rising gap indicating there were no sellers, only buyers as well. As well, the weekly close was at its highest point for the week. Even after the records and the gaps, bulls dominated the supply-demand force. Well, that's sort of an empty article altogether, but our 4th story today is also from investing.com. Hopefully this one's better. Gold, silver, and copper prices, the weekly outlook for January 8th through 12th. Gold prices edged lower in choppy trade on Friday as investors took profits after the metals rallied to 3.5-month highs earlier in the week, and as the dollar pushed higher despite a weaker than expected U.S. jobs report for December. Gold futures for February delivery settled down 0.11% at 1320 spot 20 on COMEX, on the COMEX division of the New York Mercantile Exchange. For the week, the precious metal was still up 0.99%, its 4th consecutive weekly gain. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, January 8th, 2018, your options news rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart and have a fabulous week.
The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.